The final home game of any college football season is cause for celebration. Senior Day, a perfect way to celebrate and remember all of the accomplishments of this group of leaders. Welcome to Boise, Idaho, and Albertson Stadium, home of the Boise State Broncos. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Oregon Ducks, taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the Boise State Broncos. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. The Broncos will get us started with the opening kickoff. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Ready to fire from the pistol. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. To the air, it's Eakin. Right down the middle. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
The blue turf rumbling on this 3rd down attempt as the Bronco fans exhort the D. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the pass. Got a wide open receiver. All out of space. The tap. Touchdown Ducks! He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
And they did tack on the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Oh, what vision. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he's going to bring this one out. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. the Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Looking to pass. It's Eakin. Flips it out on the screen. There he goes. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks.
And there you go. You see, you don't have to throw bombs to get big plays in the passing game. Just screen it to your running back. As soon as he catches it, he gets upfield. And how about the downfield blocking by these linemen and the wide receivers as they rip off that explosive play?
Fires to the big fella. At the 40, there he goes. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Looking to throw on first down. He's going for the big play. And he bats it away. It falls incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Oh, that was less than choreographed. Everybody going on their own snap count there. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Hand off from the shotgun. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. This Boise State crowd bringing the noise. It's deafening here on 3rd down. To the air. It's Eakin. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
The Ducks will send out the punt unit. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He gets his first one of the day out of there. They used him 3 times in that loss last week. Signals for the fair catch and makes it at the 20. Give to the tailback. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage. A Let's talk for a second about Boise State. Breaking into the top 15 is one step closer to the college football playoff. You've made it this far. The dream is within reach. Question becomes, will they take the next step, Jesse?
You got to keep winning. Now when we're talking about this team, you're hearing college football playoff in the same sentence because of where they're ranked in the top 15. So, David, as they move forward, they've got to continue to elevate and ascend with their talent and play on the field.
Yeah, and it's exciting, right? To be mentioned, it's exciting. To hear yourself talked about on shows and to be a team that's getting respect is great. Now, let's keep pushing that pedal to the floor to be the best team we can be.
After the strong run on second down, third down coming. Do they do it again? This quarterback part of their running game. Makes it past the marker. And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the first down before they finally get him on the ground.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and it's just and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's so hard to defend.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Gonna run it. It's Durant. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
From the gun on third down. Looking to scramble. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down.
Looks to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. If that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it a little bit.
They'll get this drive started from their own 26. Running to the left. Oh, he's got some space. Puts him in the spin cycle. A huge play there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run to guys, and get them on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
They think there's room to run to the right here. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Trying to seal the edge on the right. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. That first quarter set the standard, and we hope we get a lot more of that here in the second. Chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Wants to throw. It's Eakin. Unloads to the wideout. On target to the left. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9.
And that is a huge conversion on 3rd and long for the offense. I think a lot of people thinking, hey, we're just going to try to get a couple of yards, help our kicker out here to kick a field goal. But instead, they get a massive play, and now all of a sudden they're thinking touchdown here, 1st and goal.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Oregon! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Boise State ready to send up that offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Finds his man. It's Durant. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move.
And that's why for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Open the drive with a chunk play out past the 40, and they are in business on 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Trying to make magic on the scrambles.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative, and that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield, nothing there, so instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Back to pass. Under fire. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, if this offense is going to win this game, and down the road, if they're going to reach the college football playoff and hope to win a national championship, they have got to keep this quarterback clean. Couldn't do it on that last play.
A designed run for the quarterback. And they're able to get a 3rd down stop here. See if they go for it on 4th. There is nothing to gain by kicking it away in this area of the field around midfield, going for it the wise move. Wide receiver going in motion. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Intercepted! Oh, what a play! Taking it the other way. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They go to the ground. He has the first and still on his feet. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And on that run, he shows you his speed, speed, speed. When I think Oregon Duck running backs, LaMichael James, Kenyon Barner, Jonathan Stewart, I think about guys that are burners, and when they got into the second level, they were gone. That's exactly what this guy is right here.
Looking down the middle. Got him downfield. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top.
Well, you can see the effect that last run play had on the defense. They had a really good-looking run, and all of a sudden they come back with play action. Everybody bites. They play downhill, and it opens up a guy up top for the offense. Really nice job setting up that shot play to get an explosive one through the air.
They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
And you got to get locked in the red zone. A lot of defense coordinators will tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up and getting a big stop.
They lost ground on first down. Now 2nd and goal from the 5. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Finding it tough to make positive yardage. Now 3rd and goal from the 2. On the move. Fighting for the goal line, and the ball's out. Defense has it. They're on the move. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown Broncos! This defense making big play and putting it in the end zone.
And how about the defense just straight flipping the script? They got a goal-to-go situation, just trying not to give up a touchdown. You want to give up a field goal, not only do they make a big play, they scoop up the fumble, they take it all the way to the house, and they get a touchdown.
The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone.
Guys, the Governor's Cup is up for grabs between Kentucky and Louisville, and we wanted to get you an update on this unique rivalry. Louisville found a way to pull out a victory. It wasn't vintage Cardinals football today. Those Cards fans won't remember this one forever, but they will remember it was a W. Each week in college football, the tests are just so tough, and we found that out again today, guys, with another ranked team going down.
And Kevin Connor's keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Looking downfield, it's Eakin. Going deep. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in a first half.
Wants to go up top on first down. He lets it fly. And he hauls it in inside the 30. He's down at the 25-yard line, waning moments of the first half. It is a first down.
Timeout, Oregon.
The Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Finds his tight end. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on second down.
Dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Dropping back, it's Eakin. He's got it on the move. Touchdown Ducks! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the...
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And he made the extra point without problem. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner is stopped. One more snap coming before halftime. Wants to throw on first down. He'll pull it down and run. Quarterback gets the first down and more. Still on his feet at the 45. They finally make the stop, and that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Ducks will kick it off to start the second half. Here's the return from inside his 10. Across the 25 to the 26 before going out of bounds, and that's where the offense will go to work. State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. On the move. And it looks as if he'll pick up maybe a couple.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. The throw. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Takes it the other way. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Coming out on first down with the play fake. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play.
Man, this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. Doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
The Ducks have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to throw, it's Eakin. Takes the easy throw in the flat. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football. And you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. It's complete. He won't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up the 4th down.
Well, they don't pick up the first down after the catch, but even still, the head coach now has a decision to make. On 4th down, is he kicking a long field goal? Is he going for it? It's decision time.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Let's go. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete out of the backfield. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14.
Well, to heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down. But they decided to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, 3rd quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
They'll give it to the back. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Oregon!
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
And the extra point is good for a 28-14 lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner goes down. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being...
Makes the grab on the shot. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
And that receiver had nobody around. That has got to be embarrassing for the defense. When you let someone that deep downfield go completely uncovered.
Looking downfield on first down. Throws to the wideout. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got to lower that football and give his receiver a chance to make a play on it.
They're looking for an advantage to the right. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Might be calling a hot route. Takes it from the gun on third down. Quick completion on the out route. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. Throw him to the spot, and that's exactly what he did to pick up the first down.
And that's so many hours of doing this together. You know exactly when he's going to break on that out route. You know what kind of speed he has because you've thrown it so many times. Nice rhythm and timing, and you could tell that was experience between receiver and quarterback.
Still some work to do after that last completion at second down. Wants to go up top. The short hands. It's Durant. Brought down at the 25 after a 5-yard gain. It'll be a first down.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
Got to give this defense credit, man. They've been so good in the back end in coverage. They basically gave nothing away in the first half, and here they are in the second half defending a deep ball.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Looks as if he's going to run it. Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4.
Brings up third down.
Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on third and long. Quarterback making checks. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Hauls it in. There is nowhere to go. He has stopped, and it'll be fourth down from the 23. Motion from the wideout. On fourth down, trying to find his man. Bought a little time, lets it go. And that is interception number 3 on the day. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. To the air, it's Eakin. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Quarterback could not have walked that ball and placed it into the hands of his receiver any better. That was a perfect throw. Wide out, deep downfield. You got to finish the play.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Firing to the right, complete. Absolutely nowhere to go as his defense makes a third down stop. So the first step of that was fine. They made the pass and catch, but no yards, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Yeah, I don't know if they were anticipating pressure on that play and they just want to get it out of the hands of the quarterback quickly, but whatever they were thinking did not work.
They booted away on fourth down. And the returner will be dragged down. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Motion from the back. Snap to the back. And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
The quick out and tackled there by the defense.
Hey, down in the fourth quarter, you better have a dude at the quarterback spot. They do, and they're going to trust him, and he's going to have to continue to deliver like this, making plays down the field, protecting the football, but we know he has the ability.
Makes the catch. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. They absolutely had to have that third down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get to third down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
To the air on first down. Fires to the wideout. Working that left side. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front.
And I think that might be an example of the running back maybe trying to do a little bit too much. Everybody wants to try to bounce the ball outside and hit the home run, but in college football at this level, you just need to do a better job taking what the defense gives you.
Unloads to the wideout. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it. But you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback. And again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. Wants to adjust the pattern. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Incomplete on fourth down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
After being stopped there on fourth down, this game's pretty much over. They were going to have to go down in a 2-minute situation and put at least 7 up on the board. They couldn't get it done. Things just haven't gone their way. It's been that type of day today. They're going to leave the stadium with the loss.
They'll send the tight end in motion. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Ducks now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Looking downfield, it's Eakin. Safe completion on the screen. How about the power there to get it across the 20 and up to the 21-yard line? Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The blue turf rumbling on this third down attempt as the Bronco fans exhort the D. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. On target over the middle. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. Timeout called. And the Ducks with the 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Complete downfield. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the 4th quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball, and because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
Motion from the wide receiver. He wants to throw it again. He's going for a big play downfield. This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Off the play fake on first down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line.
And that's perfect for this offense. Backed up towards your own end zone, make a play to create space, get some momentum going on this drive. Just what the offense needed to start this thing.
Now the play fake. He'll take another shot here. And he's got it for a touchdown, so hold on a second. They're not dead yet. In fact, they're suddenly feeling much better.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
The AT unit on the field. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. The hands team able to secure that football, and with that, should have secured a victory.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Quarterback's just going to take a knee. They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And